What's going on, family? How you doing? Welcome to Monday Morning Leadership. I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray. This is an opportunity for me to really just talk about leadership, in which I talk about just from the perspective of sharing best practices from my years of leadership experience, as well as tips and tools that can help you to drive your leadership purpose. The one thing I believe is that leadership is not a title, but a choice. And it is our, I guess, God given right, if I may say that, to choose and to choose leadership or to choose things that will drive leadership, that will drive innovation, that will drive development, that will drive authenticity, that will drive um, um, love. All these things are choices that we make as leaders, right? To be purposeful, to be purposeful. So, I hope over these last couple of weeks, as I have provided Monday morning leadership, that you have gotten a sense of my leadership journey and, really just, not only just kind of learning these hard skills around leadership, whether it's delegating, whether it's decision making, but also leading ourselves, things that, when you think about self reflecting, when you think about authenticity, when you think about finding peace, within yourself, in order for you to be a better leader. I hope these last couple of weeks you have been able to really glean from these episodes and be able to really apply them. So this is our last Monday morning leadership for 2023, in which again I can't believe that it's already wow. We had an end. We had an end, right? We're coming to an end, and if you are new to the podcast, you know, this time of year is a time that I begin to reflect and I begin to kind of shift, you know, um, my thoughts. I really begin to reflect on, what has occurred this year. I think one thing that I have learned, and it was said in the last episode on Happy Other Podcast. You can go check that out. Interview one of my good buddies, Harold Thompson, and one thing he had said that really just helped me to understand the importance of reflecting is that one thing he was saying that hey, it was a moment that when I was executing, he's an entrepreneur and we go and I'm processing, I'm doing all these things but I never gave myself a moment to process what I was doing, and so many times, I mean, again, we live in a world where it's go, go, go. We live in a world that as entrepreneurs, we're executing, we're going to the next thing, we're going to the next thing. And we don't take enough time to just sit back and reflect, to understand what went well, what didn't go so well. Right. And I've been learning over these last I would say this year really has been while my word for the year has been committed. I had to learn how to get an understanding of how to stay in the process and how to flow, right? How to flow, right? And I'm learning how to surrender and how to really, if you think about it, practice another level of mindfulness, to be present. And today I wanted to give you, and I talked about this in the last episode of the Happy of the Podcast with my good buddy Harold, but I want to take a moment to really just kind of elaborate a little bit on this process, on these steps, and really give you what I believe is a good foundation to help you to reflect, to help you to be um, uh, present, to help you to practice mindfulness. It has something that, as I thought about and really just meditated, it's something that, wow, that's what I need to do. That's the framework, right? That's the format, um, so to speak, that I need to really practice, right? I'm a process conceptual thinker. So once I think about things in process, I think about things in a very methodical way. And when I sat back and really thought about this, um, I said, okay, here's how I can really surrender. Here's how I can really take my time. And and again, just to give you some context, as I had mentioned on previous episodes on Monday Morning Leadership, that you know, I I I was definitely, if I think about it and reflect, I've been battling with burnout. And again, sometimes that's typical, right? I think we go through stages of burnout, right? We go through moments throughout the year, whether it's year end and you're trying to get everything together, or it just the season that you're in. You're doing this and you're doing that. And it's moments like that where I have to become more self-aware and take more preventive steps to help me really combat burnout. So here's what I mean by that. And one thing that I was kind of putting this into framework is, in moments where I'm feeling stress, in moments where I'm starting to notice, right? And I'm starting to become self-aware that, mm, I'm being a little bit, I have a little temperament. I'm getting more fatigue. Feeling the emotion, the mental stress. In that moment, there, I need to pause. So that's the first thing we need to do. I need to pause. Simply just pause. What that can be is just, again, maybe it's journaling, maybe it's taking a moment. And again, when we're having that self-awareness of, oh, I'm having some feelings, I need to recognize that and I need to just pause. Like, let me take a moment, let me take a moment, let me take a day off, let me just, whatever whatever we need to do to help us really sit in those feelings of our self-awareness of, man, I'm feeling a little burnt, you know. We need to pause. Once we're able to pause, that's where I feel we're able to now begin this process of really becoming uh uh where we're able to manage it, right? We're able to overcome it. We're able to um deal with it through a better positive perspective, right? And once we pause, we begin to reflect, right? And through the reflection, you can either take a moment to say, hey, why am I feeling this way? Right? Maybe you do the 5 whys, right? I'm feeling burnout. Why? You know, oh, I've been taking on several projects. Why am I taking on these several projects? Maybe you do the five whys, right? Maybe you simply just ask yourself, what's causing this? Maybe you just sit with that feeling like, why am I burnt out? You know, what has caused me to feel these emotions, to have these behavior, right? Maybe it's taking a moment, say, hey, you know what, I'm starting to feel some little burnout. Okay, what what's not working? you know um Maybe you seeing some results, you're not seeing the results that you're hoping for. Through this reflection, again, you can do several different things. The thing I want you to understand, just reflect. What's working, what's not working? Maybe you start journaling, right? Maybe you start just writing down your thoughts and just allowing it to release your thoughts and just, rereading it. And once you write down, read it and kind of see what's some of your thoughts, right? So you pause, you reflect. The next thing you do that I had to really think about is you recalibrate, right? Maybe after you journal, you write down those thoughts, you go back and you read it, you start to recalibrate. You start to really, again, hey, what are you seeing? Right? And recalibrating just simply just kind of just become refocus, you know. Allow myself to refocus on either the task at hand, allow myself to refocus on what I'm doing at that moment. Maybe it's family time, right? Maybe it's family time, but yet you keep thinking about work, you keep thinking about these other things. And you taking a moment to pause, taking a moment to reflect and become self-aware. Now let me recalibrate. Let me refocus on the moment. Let me refocus on what I'm doing, right? And then last thing that I believe that we by recalibrating, we're able to experience this, I would call it somewhat of a rejuvenating, or in this case, I'm saying it is re-energize ourselves. We become rejuvenated. And through this moment of re-energizing yourself, we become re-energized by simply just being in the moment, being present, right? And understanding, when I was thinking about like what helped me to really think very clearly around like re-energizing is doing the things that help me to re-energize. Very recently, me and the family, we went to the mountains, and in the mountains, going to the mountains, it's always been those things that I've done as a young kid. And it's just something that helps me, the drive, and seeing the mountains and the valleys, and just seeing, from miles and miles and miles on top of on top of the mountain, seeing out from miles and miles and miles away. It just provides this rejuvenation, and I become re-energized. So understand, in those moments of burnout, when you pause, when you reflect, when you recalibrate, you now embrace that rejuvenation and you re-energize. And the more important we can do, or how we re-energize, is understand what are certain things that re-energize us. Maybe it's walks, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's meditation, or even if we're having a hard time of experiencing, right, family time, or experiencing something that we should be enjoying, right? We should be enjoying this. Allow what you're experiencing to re-energize you and allow you to be in that present moment, right? It's another way to be mindful, to practice mindfulness, is re-energize ourselves, you know? Allow me to enjoy this moment of just being with my family. Allow me to be just re-energized, just in just gratitude, in just simply being thankful that I have a I'm breathing, right? That the sun is shining, that it's raining, in which it's raining right now, which we've been needing raining. We've been needing rain here in Charlotte. But allow those things to re-energize us. Do the things that brings you joy, right? And even in the moments of, if we're not able to do the things, or we're having a hard time enjoying the things that bring us joy, again, it's a cycle. Pause, reflect, become self-aware, recalibrate, refocus your energy, refocus your thoughts, refocus your mind, so you can really be re-energized, right? Especially in the moments where, and I'm saying that because I experienced the moments of being on vacation and still being stressed and not be able to enjoy my vacation. it was again in those moments there of these little, as I think about and reflect, like, okay, if I'm on vacation and I can't enjoy myself because I'm feeling stress on vacation, those are signs. Those are signs. So as leaders, for us to really, really show up and be effective, right? For us to do what we have been called to do and to do it in a very purposeful way, we're going to have to learn how to pause, reflect, recalibrate, and then re-energize. Re-energize. Because we know leadership is not a title, but a choice. And today, today you, today we choose to pause, take a moment and reflect, become self-aware, then begin to recalibrate. We're going to refocus. We're going to refocus our energy. We're going to refocus our thoughts so we can then experience this rejuvenation to become re-energized, so we can really continue to be effective leaders. Till next time, family, continue to, again, let me just say thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting Monday Morning Leadership. I look forward to continue to do this. I'm even talking with some other leaders that will be joining Monday Morning Leadership in 2024. So be on the lookout for more of these type of episodes. And let me know in the comments. Let me know, how do you re-energize? What do you do to help you to re-energize? What do you do to help you manage stress or manage burnout? Let me know your thoughts. Till next time, family, be blessed.